Afternoon. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. And we're supposed to touch 70 today. Woo-woo! So I went back to the greenhouse, the hoop tunnel, watered the seedlings, or the seeds and the seedlings. Not going to show you that. I've showed you that the last couple of videos. And then I propped the door open. At 70 degrees outside on a hot, sunny, very shiny, no cloudy day. It can get up to 85 degrees in there or hotter. Just depending upon the intensity of the sun. I mean, they don't need that. They don't need to be that hot. It's just seedlings. So again, doors open, nice little breeze. That way the seedlings, such as the strawberry, spinach, and the broccoli that are already up, aren't going to get overly dehydrated or overly hot. Because we have 2 days of warm weather coming up today and tomorrow. Now, I cannot let a good weather day go to waste. I'm going to start over there. You can see where I've got all that dead standing grass. And I'm going to take all that stuff down because I have a large patch of daffodils down there that the prior owner planted. And while they're not in bloom, they are coming up. Just kind of like my 3 little daffodils that were over here by the tree. So I'm going to start down there because down there is just grass. Got my little weed trimmer here. The little one that I rarely use because, I've got too much stuff to edge normally in the summer and I use my walk behind DR. But being it's just that, I can use the weed trimmer. And then I've got the Gorilla cart over there so I can start cutting back some of that scrub. Now most of the scrub that's up there I'm going to burn. Or prune the pear tree. So those are the 3 goals for today. Early spring task I typically give myself because now is the time to prune the pear. And when I prune the pear, I clean up some of this stuff. So by the time the wild foxglove and the oxeye daisies start to bloom, I'm not looking at scrub. That scrub's already been taken down. So that's what I'm doing. And I'll talk to you in a few. Right side's done. You can see what's the finger? There's the finger, my fairy, my wild rose. And right about there, it's the daffodils, and I'll go over there real quick and, let you see them. So left side's done. Right side is not done. Still full of scrub. Now, most of it is saplings, but some of it is leftover goldenrod. And again, I let it self-seed, the goldenrod and the foxglove, because, again, I'll have yellow and white and just awesome flowers around my fairy with the rose here at the center. But there you can see the daffodils. There's just 3 of them. I believe it's very much like the rose was, that they weren't being taken care of, because I didn't know they were here. In this past year, I've learned that I've got a rose and daffodils here, and so I'll take care of them, and I'll feed them, and this will become a really pretty spot. Other things that I take down besides the goldenrod and some of these saplings, you can see that's a baby green briar, full of stickers, edible, do your own research, but they vine, that makes sense, and they'll vine all over this, to the point that where I've not completed here, if you look up to that branch, I'm going to zoom in, you can see it, I got a vine going right there, all the way up into this oak tree. Now I'm not sure how that happened. I know it's going to stop. It's a really good way to bring trees down. And I like this tree. I really do. In the summer months, you can tell where there's the stump from the other tree that I had to take down because it was too close to the house. But you can see the shadow here is hitting that side of the house. And we're in the afternoon, which is good. So imagine it now full of leaves. That whole corner of the house is in shade. Does that make sense? So it's one of those. This is an awesome oak tree, and it needs to stay an awesome oak tree, which means the little viney thingies can't go up and kill it. All right, having said that, let me get back to work, because when I'm done with the scrub, still got to work on the pear tree. Those are today's tasks. Give me some outside work, and I'll go in the house this afternoon once it cools off. All right, talk to you in a few. Left side done. Right side done. Isn't that awesome? Again, nice and clean and clear. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a wild spot. You know, always has been. Yeah, I'm sitting it so I'm in the shade. Well, I'm not blinded. Again, the foxglove that grows here is wild, and it will grow tall. It's really pretty. Little white, little purples. You'll see it. You know, you'll see it. If you've not been with the channel long, you'll see it again this spring. If you've been with the channel, saw it last spring. The goldenrod that grows here that's pretty. The Shasta daisies, or not, excuse me, the oxeye daisies. I don't have Shastas. I have oxeye daisies. Are all really pretty, and the wild rose that I realized is here now, I expect to get really pretty this year because I will continue to make a fold over the arch here with my fairy. So it doesn't have to be pretty. It should just be fabulous chaos. Does that make sense? All the wild stuff should continue to grow wild. Just, you know, not vining up the oak tree because I don't need it to die. You know? It's an unintentional wildflower garden. All right. I'm off to the pear. The quick thoughts. When I had it topped, does that make sense? And I'll zoom in just a little. All the ones that are growing straight up and down right now are trying to be the new leader. And what it is I need to pick the new leader. I need to choose, and all the others that are straight up and down need to come off. And the ones that kind of scallop out, like that one going over to the right, that the little curve, those are the ones that I keep, and those need to be pruned properly. And this will be the first year this tree gets a proper pruning. And this will be the year that it either kills it or it doesn't. Because I'm going to take off a lot of new growth. And I'm going to look at my other ones. Again, they're all babies. So I don't think there's much I need to do with them. Most of it is just making sure that how I want them to grow, example, their stump is not going to be more than 2 feet off the ground. This one over here is 6 foot plus tall, and it's on a slope. It's not easy to do or to prune or to get the fruit off of it. The fruit trees are only good for about 35 years. This one is going to die at some point in time. The 3 that I planted will be here for my lifetime, and if their stump is no more than 2 feet tall, I will be able to get to the fruit relatively easily. Anyway, I'm not worried about those, not huge issues. We'll work on that one today. So, we'll talk to you in a few. Probably from this angle, and you'll be like, oh, Nudie, you butchered the tree. Yeah, I did. I had to change angle. I'm not going to be able to show you from the other angle where it was full, that it's not full, just because you lose the branches in the forest to the right. So what you can see, though, is if you look dead center, you can see where it looks like it's stumped there at the top, and then you've got a long spire that goes up. It's just straight up. It's really pretty. That's the new top. Does that make sense? And then my job is to make sure that all the other pieces aren't competing with it. The hard part is that the one that's kind of curvy there to the right is actually 2 foot too tall for me to cut off the straight ones that are on top of it. So when you look at it from this angle, I've got, the one that I want to be top, and then like 15 others that think they want to be top. And you can tell the ones on the back branches have all been cut, so they're only about 8 inches long. So I'm actually going to have to come in with my chainsaw and take that upper branch to the left off, just because I can't reach it with the pruning shears, which means it is still too tall for me to do anything with it, to actually be able to produce fruit that I can get to. But otherwise, except for that one branch, if you notice again, all the others, there's only about 8 inches tall now, and a tall center spire. So I'll either get lots of fruit or I'll get no fruit. It'll kill it, and it just depends on the age of the tree. And so, yeah, bottom part looks good. Top part, still got a little work to do. But again, sun's behind the mountain. Means it's getting chilly. Whew. Put some tools away. This area's all, clear and clean. Well, as clean as I'm going to do it again. I like my wild chaos. The daffodils are, you know, they are bright yellow when the sun's not glaring on them. All right, y'all have an awesome evening. I'm gonna go put tools away, and I will talk to you later. Miss Panda's just happy to be a dog. When her tail bounces, she waddles when she walks. All right, so having said that, I like to reuse, recycle, reclaim. These are some of the pear sticks. And thought about doing a little archy thing and kind of weaving some at the bottom and you know, making a spire kind of thing. And that maybe I could do my, put it in the garden and do like the mouse melons on it, or the really neat, yeah, the blue butterfly peas. And then I got to thinking about it, that would really suck if the vines put the fruit on the inside. And if I weave enough stuff, does that make sense? And I've got to reach in through the weeds to get to the fruit. So I don't think that's going to happen. In the meantime, you know, I had a lot of straight spires that came off of the pear tree. I have some others that I need to still take off. I should do something with them. You know, the longer ones, not just, for lack of better words, put it in the trash. So I don't know. So we'll see. I'll figure something out. Not decided. I mean, it works. It, you know, wound in well there at the bottom. Plant's holding it in place. It will dry like this. You know, I kind of stopped. Because I'm not going to, if I use it, I can't use it for fruit. And except for a couple of Delilahs, I don't really need it out here. So, I don't know. I'll play with it. I'll take you along whatever I figure out. Talk to you later.